Hello everyone, it's Monica with Scrap Saturdays, and it's Sunday. It's not Saturday anymore. Oh my goodness, we had so much fun yesterday at my sister-in-law's house. So Maria, if you're watching, thank you. Cassie, Marlene, I had a blast. Gabriella, we had so much fun. That's my camera moving, my camera angle moving. That's good? That's good. So I still have to perfect that up there. Still a work in progress, but I thought I would sneak down here. You won't believe me if I tell you that I have hair coloring in my hair and I have a plastic bag over it and a towel. Yep, that's how we do it, multitask. I've got 2 loads of laundry going and I thought, okay, I don't have a video going yet. I still haven't had time to come down here because obviously I packed for Scrap Saturday yesterday. And now I still have to unpack, and it's Sunday, and I have 2 kids, and blah, blah, blah. You know the rest of the story, right? So, let's get to it. This is the first layout that I created, and this is an old photo of my daughter, Gabriella. She must be 6 months old, maybe. I don't know. That's bad, because she's 13 now, so I don't know how old she is. I didn't write things down then, you know how that is. I used, I believe this paper pad is a Die Cuts with a View paper pad that my sister-in-law gave to me yesterday. And I don't have it with me, so I can't show you. I'm sorry, but it's fantastic, and we usually give each other treats. You know, just a little treat, something scrapbooky-ish, just so that we can use. And I actually cut into it because I tried to pack very lightly for this Scrap Saturday. I find that sometimes I overwhelm myself with the whole process of what should I pack, packing way too many things, and then it creates a mind block when I'm at someone else's house because I'm out of my element and I feel that I have to look through too many things to get myself going. So the theme of everything I'm going to show you is everything and the kitchen sink. Right? Did we get that? That's everything and the kitchen sink. So everything here is mostly a scraptastic kit from 150 years ago. It had like the, I think it was called the Wonder Collection. I'm not sure. But most of this is just a hodgepodge of leftover stuff. Like the snap card is an old thing. You know, I made my own tags. The cloud shapes came from the Scraptastic. This is like an old summer, who knows. These letters also came in that same kit. And then, you know, I've created my own other tags. This vellum paper, I bought some more at my local dollar store. It's actually American craft paper and my dollar store carries it. So I love it. I just used it as an accent. I did use my stamps, my word stamps. I'm going to bring it up closer so you can see. And I really practiced journaling on all of my layouts except for 2 or 3 maybe. I didn't do that many. So it's funny when I say that out loud. But yeah, I layered these feathers I cut out with a Spellbinders die that I have. I think it's a Spellbinders die. So these are literally hodgepodge pieces that I have left over, like stuff that I had already made, the same washi tape that you know, my sequins that are from, I don't know, maybe a kit that I got, Scraptastic, I'm not sure anymore. And this tab is also a Spellbinders tab. And yes, I bought twine. Thank you, Sharon, for making me my list. I don't really think this is twine. This is crochet cotton, but I like the texture of this one. So I bought this at Michael's with my 50% off coupon. So it was literally like, I don't know, $2. And there's a lot. And I used it on my layout. So I used it here, actually. That's what it looks like. And I like the weight of it, and I like the way that it sits on my tags, and I like the color of it. So the color, the weight, everything. I couldn't find anything that was close to this. So this is a tag. This is a recollections tag, and my sister-in-law Marlene gave me this as my treat, my gift to use yesterday. She also gave me this really cool stamp set that somewhere in the back, it's really neat. It's got some antique typewriter stuff. But it's the one that I picked to use, and I played with it yesterday, and I love it. I love the way it sits. That's the word I'm going to use. And as you know, I did the journaling. I first made lines with a pencil, and I found this Sharpie pen. I think it's my husband's. I think he bought it for something because he does do a lot of drawings, and it's a medium one. It doesn't have any numbers, but it's really nice. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if my camera will focus, but it's really nice, and I liked writing with it, so that's all that really matters. I know a pen is very personal. A pen is like undergarments, right? It's got to fit you the way you want it to be, and so it's not bad. I don't have the best handwriting, although I'm really thinking about this, and you guys can let me know. Like, my kids don't get taught cursive in school, so I really have to think about this because I hope they can read what I'm writing. Like, I'm not sure. Okay, so this was layout number 1. Layout number 2 is the back side, and this is the one I was trying to tell you. It has a die cut set or a die cut pack that came, and it had all this wonder stuff. So if you remember what that was, then you know what I'm talking about. It also came with a package of these fabric, like canvas type, what do you call these, tags, but I layered it with other tags that I found within this die cut set. And so again, this is from the die cut pack, and I used one of my Amy Tan stamps, and I stamped there. I did my background sort of what I call Missy Whitten, so I'm coming up close as you can. It's a Martha Stewart paint that I have, and I think it's called it's this one. It's called Beach Glass, and it's a Martha Stewart craft satin one. I bought this when I distress my picture frames and stuff like that because I love this color, and I always like the way Missy's background always has a touch of turquoise, and because turquoise is my favorite color, I really tried to bring that in yesterday, and I love it. Again, this is everything and the kitchen sink, as I call it. I've got a lot of wood veneers that I've purchased, and I went wood veneer happy. I used it everywhere, I think, except for this one has no wood veneer, but this side does, and this is where I started it. These are all die cuts, and it came from the same thing. I did a little bit of journaling at the back, or at the bottom, sorry. And again, it's just layered. These are some Project Life cards that I layered behind the photo, and this is a tag that I created, but you can't really see that on the camera, the angle of like the scallop top. And then this is a picture of my niece Cassie, who was scrapbooking with us yesterday, and my daughter Gabriella. So it was just kind of whimsical fun. I really like the yellow polka dots. I love the pops of turquoise on it. I thought it was great, 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 and great. So I had a lot of fun with this one. Next, I created this layout. So same paper pattern from Die Cuts with a View, but the same packaging from Scraptastic. This is another tag with the die cuts from a View, and that is using the crochet twine that I purchased at Michael's. So you can see how I used 2 strands of it, and I double folded it there, and then I stapled it with these staples here just behind the photo. I did use my Seafoam Heidi Swap misting, I don't know, color shine, yeah, behind my photos, and I tried to practice a little bit more, and then doing the sprinkles on top of there. Yes, I'm doing my best to practice that. I put this tag, and I layered another tag here with one of those cloth canvas ones, and this one had the greens, so I tried to pull out the greens. This is a photo of me and my son Augustino. I believe I've already scrapbooked this photo, but I love it. So you know what? It makes me happy. I'm doing it. There's a bingo card in the back. There's those vellum clouds. And then I found that punch that you know I absolutely love, which is my notebook punch. I've had this paper clip that's supposed to be an @ symbol for so long, and like I told you, I grabbed things and I put them down. I used this cutout to make my title, and I added some of the letters saying my little one and me, and then I layered some more, and of course I've got the wooden people at the bottom here, my what do you call this, star punch, and then the asterisks, which is some more wood veneers at the top. These are stamps that I stamped on top of this card and then just left over little pieces. This is my journaling, and this was me trying to see how I liked it with the underlining. I still liked it because this paper is fun. The stars themselves already kind of hand drawn, so I really like the way it looked. I've got some torn paper at the bottom, and I just love, you know, my clustered look. It really is my signature, and it makes me happy. I will repeat myself in this video because I want you to understand that at Scrap Saturdays, we're talking, we're distracted, we're gossiping, we're catching up on life and things and politics and a whole bunch of stuff that happen, right? When you have a room full of, I'm going to say we're pretty much all adults now, so 4 women, I think you kind of have that distraction already. You're not in your zone. So I just kind of just did my thing. I just gravitated to what I knew and what I liked. On this side, I know there's a bit of glare there on my daughter's face. It's a picture of us early morning. It's a filtered picture, so I know there's a bit of misprint here with my son's face and whatnot. So I'm going to bring it a little bit closer. But I still wanted to scrapbook these pictures because sometimes I print them out and I never get to finish. I layered some pattern paper at the top because this side is where the manufacturing strip was. These hearts are from that die cut set, and I put an asterisk there, some leftover torn paper from this blue layered piece. And then again, some little touches. Banners, I went banner happy. I'm on a kick with banners. I really like to use my die cuts. I really like the way that it looks. It's trendy, it's fun. Some journaling with some random underlining. Again, a felt heart that came in that same die cut part. A tab that I made, a stapled cloud with another one of those stitched banners. I have a small one. This moose head, I don't know, it just, I put it there and it was the last thing that I glued down, and I laughed because I took it out at the end and I thought, oh, I don't want that there. I didn't even know why I left it. But when I took it out, it was so naked, it belonged there. So that's where he goes. Again, that vellum piece, I cut these 2 long strips into banners as well, and then another really cute stitched banner, which I kind of purposely glued down with hot glue to give it some lift and dimension, and I really like the way that sits on the paper. And then I use the Recollections Gold Mist. I'm just going to wait to see if you can see. I know these ones here on these dots, you can see it has some really nice shine. I really like the asterisks here on the bottom there. So cute. Yeah, it was so cute. So yeah, I'll just tilt it up a bit. So what layout is this? Number 4? Number 4. And we went for a walk, and it was so nice. Now, I'm going to cut to the last one because there's a special treat that I want to show you guys, and I was like, oh, I wish I had recorded it, but it's not easy to do. The background paper is an ombre effect paper anyhow. If you can see that, it goes back. I did use my Heidi Swap, both my teal and my seafoam, and I mixed and altered it, and I really went crazy. I don't even know if you can see on this side, but the paper is like warped. That's how much misting I did and how much, you know, stuff. Now, this page is hilarious to me, and I only say hilarious because I literally was tired. This was like 9:30 at night. I had gotten up at 6 in the morning to go to my yoga class for 8. You know, it's a Saturday, you're rushing, you're walking, you're going, you're doing, you're packing. I didn't pack my scrapbooking stuff until, you know, that morning. Blah, blah, blah. Yes. So this is literally my kitchen sink layout, but I love the way it turned out. This is that old banner that you know on my Scrap Saturdays Live. I tried to use some leftover stars that I had punched out, some more banners. This came in the die cut pack set. I tried to spell out the word sexy with these fantastic letters because I wanted it to match the tag that my sister-in-law had given me in the pack. And you know what? There was no S, so I'm like, who cares? I'm going to use the silver S. Why? Because his glasses are silver and I want to. Some wood veneer hashtag, the ampersand, some more stapled clouds, and I just love the way it came together. These are some Project Life cards. This is an old, I believe it's Jelly Bean, I don't know, but I love the way it said hello. I cut it down. I used the other part of this card down here to fill the empty space, and then I stamped because it was a little bit It was a bit choppy there. This was a scraptastic flare that says not just a pretty face, of course. And I can see myself in my husband's sunglasses. This is when we went away to Cuba. So this is one of those old random photos I haven't scrapbooked. And I love this photo that I took of him. I think he looks so sexy. He does. The meow, hilarious, right? How else? It's so funny. It's like a cat calling. Of course, it all matches. I love it. These two random paper clips literally were on the side of my desk, and I'm like, they're going down. Why? Because why not? Why not? I tucked in another little cloud here. I had found this little strip of nothing. Like literally, it's a nothing strip, but it looks so good here because it matches this strip here, and it just turned out fantastic. I love it. It's a hodgepodge of just put it down, walk away, and get it done. All right, so I said I was going to turn my page around, and I believe that it was Jen Scow that was telling me on one of Adele's live streams, and I hadn't been on YouTube for a little while, and she said, you know, Monica, if you come back, you should really do a horizontal 8.5 by 11 layout, and I've been thinking about it for so long. I thought to myself, yes, in traditional albums, you know, it's going to be like this in my album, correct? But all you have to do is just tilt the album sideways to take a look at the layout that I've created, right? We've got albums like that all the time when you take a picture in a different way and you just have to tilt the album. And I thought, why not? It's going to give me a completely different perspective of how much playing room I've got with my layout. And it is a sequence of shots, and this is last year in our backyard, or maybe 2 years ago, I don't even remember. But we were just lounging, and I think it's like the long weekend we have just before back to school, and I titled it The Dog Days of Summer, and I love it. I used the same color tone banners. I really tried to do that, and I'm really sorry about the glare, so I'll just have to lift it up a bit. Leftover clouds. I did sprinkle some more of the Heidi Shine, and this is sea foam. I punched out a little baby heart for the banner there to bring in some more of the green. This is a leftover summer, I forgot that collection, but it has a flamingo on it, my tag. I decided to layer this photo, which was the cluster of all of us, some of those tags that I made. I love this camera. It is from the die cut pack. This snapshots is from the top of a Project Life card that I cut out myself. Scraptastic. This is Felicity Jane stamps, as I should tell you. And I just thought that it turned out amazing. This is like a Heidi Swap little round sticker that I stole from my daughter. She was scrapbooking beside me. This is like a little, I don't even know, it's the same as this. What do you call it? Acetate? Plastic? I don't know. Fantastic. And I love the direction of the arrows because it's telling you to look at my sequence. I was going to journal here, but I didn't. I just kind of paused. I was like, I don't know. But I really liked it. And when I brought this layout home, my husband was like, wow, Monica, I love this. Like, it really got his attention. And I said, you know, Alan, I really like it too. And I was sad that this wasn't one of the videos that I could record with you, but this is what we're going to do together because I have another sequence of photos that I want to do one with you, and you know, it's just so much fun. So if you are an 8.5 by 11 scrapbooker, try it out. You're going to love it. My second one that I did is this one. Again, the same, I don't know, I have to cut this little piece off actually. I know that it's too big. Denomination? No, what do you call this? It's okay. Words are not coming to my head. Why? Because I have hair color in my hair. I'm coloring it soft black. Yeah, just in case you wanted to know. My hair turns light when I go away. So I remember I went to Portugal a long time ago. I was like 18 or 19 years old. And I spent the summer with my grandma. When I came back, my hair was literally like blonde streaks. And my mom's like, whoa, did you color your hair? And I said, no, it's just like this. I guess if I lived in my natural ancestral habitat, I would not be a dark-haired person. And so The second time I went away with my sister-in-law, funny enough to where we just went to, Piku, same thing. My hair turned very light, and I didn't use like any sun-in products or anything like that. And then again this summer, I think 2 weeks before we went away, I made sure to color my hair, so, hide some of my grays and whatnot. And same thing, I get back from vacation and it's like a trifecta of like reds and golden browns and some like light blondes, and I'm thinking, wow, that's just the way it wants to look. So, sorry, I just have to reset my computer here when you see me typing. It's saying, Monica, quickly. All right, so last one, same thing. I love this background gray pattern. I picked it because this is a picture that I took with my phone, and my phone doesn't have like the best photo quality. I will eventually upgrade it, but it still works for what I need it to do, so I'm not, I've got cameras and stuff like that, so I don't really need to just update it for no reason. But we were shopping. We usually take a day. It's sad. Once a year we drive off to this mall called Vaughan Mills. It has to be a day. It has to be a trip. It's a day trip. It's literally all day shopping because it's not somewhere that we can go to every single day. And yeah, we must do like at least 20 kilometers walking around. And so this is in our little pit stop. As you can see, this is my mother-in-law. She's passing my daughter her water because we need to drink water. This is my sister-in-law Marlene, who scrapbooks with me, my niece Cassie, and Maria. So this is not including my mother-in-law. This is exactly who we scrapbooked with yesterday, and we had a blast. And so it was mostly to practice with this format again, and I really liked it. I paused because it wasn't my favorite. Shopping didn't fit there. I wasn't going to use exclamation, but then when the S was lower, I had to kind of balance it out, and I think it turned out great. And it was, again, the kitchen sink. I used, see how nicely that crochet string ties, and again this is a double, so this is 2 strings together, and I just looped it and I just loved it. Again, that asterisk, which just makes me giggle. I just love the way, I don't have any enamel dots on this one. That's why I kind of geared to that. Some leftover cork that I had, a leftover banner from all the banners that I cut out, and fantastic. My last little tag that says family, and then some Heidi Swap Shine, and I believe that's her teal color. This vellum with the numbers is also from my dollar store, and I really liked it. So yeah, I'm going to flip it back to this one because this has to be my favorite. And it's also, hopefully you make it to the end, and this is where we pause, and this is where we say that this is all that I created yesterday. I had no more time between eating such amazing food and yapping and going for a beautiful autumn walk, and just beautiful. I really have to honestly say that I had a lot of fun yesterday, and this is a tradition that I think I started maybe 9 years ago, no, maybe 7 years ago, in my basement when we didn't even have our basement finished, and the girls would come over, and I'm so blessed with the family that we do have that we continue this. And Gabriella, she's also joining us, and she's scrapbooking some of her memories with her friends. And there is no competition. Everything that I see is, so much talent and so much creativity beside me with my sister-in-laws and my niece, and it's so much fun. We inspire each other, we encourage each other, we just giggle and laugh. I wish we could do it with all of you. Could you imagine? It would just be so much fun. And I do believe that yesterday, not overpacking, and that's the way I really want to say it. And I purposely told myself what I wanted to do. I had to make a game plan. These were the 6 to 10 photos that I was going to make myself do. Sometimes I bring like 100 photos and then I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my God, I'm never going to get through these. But I think having just a few photos was good. It was exciting to get a new paper pad. I'm not going to lie. I kind of just dug into that. I kind of felt that moment, that momentum, even though I had brought some paper with me that I said, this is the paper I'm going to use. I don't care what theme it is. It's not overthinking it. It's enjoying that moment. And I think that's the part of making it that much fun. Like, I just didn't overthink it yesterday, and I didn't care what I added. Yes, I put some thought into color combination and you know, here and there. But I mean, even if you look at things like my gluing isn't always perfect, and it doesn't have to be this perfection of, right? It just has to be fun. And yeah, I had a blast. Had so much fun. So, I don't know. I have to go rinse my hair now, and I have to finish some laundry. I'm hoping that I can get in a scrapbook video. I don't know if I can or cannot. I don't think that all of you have caught up with all the ones that I've already put up with, or put up with. What am I saying? Put up on my channel, but I am going to get into the swing of things. Like I said, there are a few weekends that are quite busy. So it's Thanksgiving this weekend here, and then I have a wedding the following weekend, and then the weekend after that is a good weekend for scrapbooking. The weekend after that is Halloween, and then we get into November and the Christmas season. So I just need, you know, a couple of days to get back into the groove. I actually need today to put my stuff back into my room because, as you can see, my desk is empty and everything is in my grocery totes and all kinds of stuff, my recycling bins. But yeah, I thought I'd come down here and share with you, you know, what I did yesterday. I loved it. I had so much fun. I honestly did. I had a blast. And I loved that I didn't just, you know, that I brought out an old picture, a new picture, and that it was just so much fun. So much fun. Isn't that awesome? Just awesome. Like I'm telling you, just do it. You see, even though there was, you know, nothing really planned, but it will match in my album. We'll kind of have some sort of flow because it's all there. And I know that having scrapbooking kits is such a blessing too. It does kind of take some of the thought or most of the thought out of it. But sometimes you still have to force yourself to just glue it down and not move it around and not overthink it, right? I do it too, and I'm not saying that I've, you know, somehow perfected it. I'm not. But I do think that we can just let go of that perfection and just let your natural style come through. Now, that being said, I did try some things, you know, that were outside my comfort zone because I'm trying to practice them. And it's basically what we teach ourselves, right? The more you do something, the more it becomes a natural habit, right? So the more that I take the time to draw, you know, 5 to 6 lines, and then just take my time with a pen that I'm more comfortable with, my journaling will come along. I believe that I do like the way it looks because I like the way it looks when I look on people's pages, not because I'm comparing, but because I'm ready for that next step. And I do want to write my stories down. I do want to write some stuff down. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes there's, you know, the page speaks for itself and there's not really much that I want to say, right? But I'm thinking, you know, if my kids are going to be reading these things, I do want to take some extra time to, you know, write something down if I can. But I had so much fun. I'm sharing this so that you guys can be inspired to just do what you can with what you have. It can be really, really old stuff. It can be really, really new stuff. It doesn't matter, but just glue it down and walk away and have a blast. I will see you guys soon. Please be patient with me. I don't know when my next video is going to go up, but I promise you that we will get into an awesome routine where there will be live streams. There will be regular videos going up for sure because, yeah, I love this. It makes me happy. So thanks so much, and I will see you guys soon.